Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. This morning I want to get to some questions from the comment section. If you leave your question with your IGN, I will do my best to answer it and then send you a little thank you afterwards. We do this regularly, so make sure you drop comments. I don't know what we're going to get into exactly, but I did see 3 good questions and that got me started. Let's get into it. First was Simply Warrior, and he's talking about the nodes, and he's talking about, I guess, being cautious around buying these things. He's saying, look, the math might work here if only 2,000 validator nodes sell, because from profitability standpoint, you get paid based on a proportion of all vouchers being issued and SPS being issued to the validators. So there are 3.25 million SPS being printed for the purpose of paying these validators. There's also 20,000 vouchers being issued daily, I think. But then you divide that, yes, it is daily, but then divide it amongst the active nodes. And so he's saying, look, if 2,000 sell, yeah, it probably is going to be really profitable. But what if 10,000 sell? And I say to him and to you, totally, you got to think about that, guys. I said very clearly in this video and others, my intention around validator nodes would not be, hear me, it would not be to turn a rapid profit off of the income from it. That would not be my plan. My plan, like all Splinterlands related investments I make, would be to hold it for a long period of time and enjoy what seems like a trivial reward, because it will seem trivial while vouchers are $1 or $2. It will seem trivial while SPS seems like it's 10 or 15 cents. But I have a vision for those things to become more expensive, not by accident, not because it's hopeful thinking, but because of mathematics. Because there are only so many, the player base is growing, there's great numbers of reasons for holding them and using them. SPS in particular, you need to stake it here, there, everywhere, 5 different accounts, you need SPS for every one of them. Tournament costs, apparently there's staking on land, using for, to burn, to buy validator nodes. So my vision isn't that it would turn a quick profit, or even that it would pay me back in a short time. My vision is that over a long enough time horizon, holding these assets will surprise you with how much revenue and wealth it can generate. That's the huge difference. It's not a short-term game, it's a long-term game. That's my opinion. And so when somebody says the math might not work out because more nodes would sell, you need to understand that if first of all, I don't need the math to work out in the short term, I'm looking long game. But I want to finish here. If more nodes sell, what ends up happening is that the price of the vouchers goes up, and SPS, by the way, because of those sales. I'll think it through. In order to buy the nodes, the first 2,000 cost $2,000 roughly. I should pull up the chart. So the first 2,000 require $1,000 worth of SPS plus 500 vouchers. Okay, what does that mean? 500 vouchers is worth $2 a voucher, $1,000. Oops. That. So $1,000 worth of vouchers and $1,000 worth of SPS get you one of the first 2,000 nodes. But notice on the next level, it's $3,000 paid in SPS, which is way more SPS. And this is getting burned. This is getting burned. Is it? How much of it? I think 80% of it's getting burned. So I don't want to rehash the whole conversation, but I think maybe you might need to come over here and read this article. And I've already talked about this in depth on a couple different videos. But as these prices go up with the tranches, and you're saying, what if 10,000 sell? If 10,000 sell, this whole tranche is gone, this whole tranche is gone, and this whole tranche is gone. And so look what happens to voucher prices. They would go from $2 right now, which is where they're at. This is not applicable, but they're $2 and you need 500 of them, to $3 worth of voucher pricing, to $5 worth of voucher pricing. And then once we're in this, I guess they're selling for $750. And remember, this is not, no, I can't rehash this, but this is an influence on the voucher price, and therefore it will influence the revenues of holding one of these active nodes. You need to understand that. And simultaneously, this SPS that you're giving to them to purchase these nodes is being burned. Not all of it. The details are in this article. Some of it's being put into escrow within the DAO on the foundation, which is SPS that we as SPS holders can one day spend or hold or use in different ways. So every single node that is sold actually influences the price of these resources that we're being paid in. You see how crazy that is? It's like your concern was that you buy one node, it won't be profitable in the short term. First of all, I am not looking for that to be profitable in the short term. But if they sold 10,000 really quickly, that would be so bullish for vouchers and for SPS. So come look at this article more closely and understand what happens with these voucher discount rates and how that, think that through, how that would affect voucher prices on the market, because it will. It's not going to be exactly the same as what these say, but I'm telling you, when people can spend vouchers here to get $3 worth of value, and they can buy them on a Hive engine for $2, that's going to bring that market close. This becomes a floor, not a hard floor. It's going to be an influencing factor. And if you want more information on how that would work, you might want to check out Tales from the Cryptomancer. He's done a couple great videos on validator nodes, including this topic of referring to the, I think he called it like the soft floor. Anyways, I'm going to move on to the next question. Great question. And he did leave his IGN. So let me, he does finish saying, he did finish his comment saying, could be still a good thing, but don't buy it blindly, guys. Absolutely. Never buy anything. Don't buy a single card in this game. Don't buy a $10 deck in this game without thinking it through. Yeah, think it through, guys. I mean, that's all I do. All I do is think it through. I don't rush into anything in this game. I spend every single day considering the options that are in front of me and weighing them against alternative options, because I really believe that there are ways to maximize what I'm doing in blockchain. And I think if I execute those, that path in the best way, what I'm going to find is greater growth. That's my view. Let's get to the next comment. This is a quick, easy question. Xenocross TV. In my opinion, the hidden earning potential of being a validator is that validators will have their own 20K voucher pool to share between each other. Absolutely. And I would just add to that what I just gave to Simply Warrior. Remember, the coolest thing is not just that you have your own 20,000 voucher pool, but that the vouchers you're earning through the purchases of the nodes is itself driving voucher prices up, and it will possibly for the next 5 years. I actually think that not all of these will sell. There's a great video by Tales from the Cryptomancer again, talking about how long it would take. I think he called it like, it was about, I don't know what he called the video, but it was about when will we ever sell these nodes? Maybe never, he says, kind of thing. Because they're so expensive in the sense that the revenue coming out of it would have to be really, really high to justify purchasing that one. He calculated roughly $42, I think it was $42 SPS. But the point, if you look at a video like that, it really gives you a better understanding of how this process, the sale of each tranche is going to influence the value of the tokens we're being rewarded with. And you're talking about voucher prices. I think it's a great comment, 20,000 a day. But as we said, there's a moving floor to the price of vouchers because the value of these validator nodes will drive up the utility of vouchers because Splinterlands is accepting them at higher and higher values. So, yes, man, 20,000 vouchers is amazing. It's a really interesting part of the utility there. Great question. Leave your IGN next time. Days, hey buddy, good to see you. So does Kitty make Retaliate hit every time or still 50-50? Okay, so Kitty makes Retaliate hit every time. But I think you're asking, does using Kitty with Retaliate make the Retaliate activate every time? And it does not. Retaliate, just like Stun, just like Poison, just like a few other status effect attacks or abilities, are going to happen once 50-50. It's an RGN, random number generator, meaning when you are struck, when your Retaliate monster is struck with a melee attack, there's a 50-50 chance he's going to retaliate. But if you have Kitty, when he retaliates, he will hit. As I say that, right at the end there, I think to myself, is that true? Yeah, I think that's true because his True Strike is applying to the character because of Kitty. I haven't technically tested that. But the thing is, Kitty gives him True Strike, and True Strike makes every hit land. So I feel pretty confident about that. If somebody knows, I'd love to hear a comment below. If somebody knows I'm wrong, I would really like to know a comment below. The Tom Brady team at Vintage American Reality. Wow, Realty. Wow, that's quite the name. If they did all voting in line with SPS position, wouldn't the whales control the validators? Seems like selling licenses opens it up. Okay, this is a cool point. I don't want to go into a deep dive on that question because it's let's do our best with it. Let's try to be brief with it. Let's do our best. Okay, so he's asking, or they're asking. I had a conversation with Rondon. The video is out. Check it out. Ron was saying that selling validator nodes is going to open up the decentralization of the governance for this game. If that's confusing to you, governance means like who runs the game, and decentralization means more people are involved in that process. As opposed to one leader, you get 60,000 people running it. There are 60,000 nodes being sold, and then there are others that will be, I guess, we will vote certain people in. So that's a lot of different accounts that could be supporting this network. That will be the governance of this game. Rondon and Tom Brady here, big fan by the way, seem to be of the firm opinion that opening up these sales for these nodes is beneficial in that it allows a broad range of people to get into this, supporting this game. I don't fully buy that. Now, hang on a second. I'm not saying I disagree. And I think Ron thought I was disagreeing. Look, it's great that we can buy them. And it will mean that certain people who won't ever get voted in, but who would be great now validator node operators, are going to have that opportunity. That's awesome. Maybe you, for instance, I don't know your story, but maybe you could run a great node, and maybe you will now that you can buy it. And he's saying, Tom Brady's going one step further and saying, if this purchase mechanism wasn't in place, and if the node operators were selected only by votes attributed through SPS ownership, then that would mean the whales decide the leadership of the blockchain. And that's both true, but also I have to say, is that a bad thing? The SPS whales, aren't they the people that believe in this game? Aren't they the people that have invested a lot of money in this game? Aren't they the people that have been here for years and years and years? So I'm not saying I have an answer here. I just want to raise the question for you in response to your question. It is a good question. I do think it, and I want to say it one more time. I think it's good that we are selling some validators, or I shouldn't even say selling, because Splinterlands doesn't keep the money from the validator nodes. I think 80% of it gets burned, and then 20% of it goes into the escrow, which is ours to use. So it's not even really a sale. It's like literally just a cost that actually decreases the circulating or the existing supply of those assets, which is a great thing for us as members of this game. So the validator nodes being sold is an amazing thing on several levels. It's going to cause appreciation on our assets, both SPS and vouchers. It's also going to open up the door for certain people who would be great validator node operators who wouldn't be voted in otherwise. And yes, it's going to create some opportunity for decentralization. What I was trying to say in the video, and what I stand by now, is that there are people who could come by all 2,000 of the first ones, like literally all 2,000, and that wouldn't even be a problem. And I said in that long video with Ron, you know, I know a guy who bought 17,000 Chaos Legion packs in the first in the pre-sale. That's when vouchers cost $20, and that's when packs cost $4. So he spent $24 a pack times 17,000, or sorry, yeah, times 17,000 packs. Guys, that's $408,000 on Chaos Legion packs in the first week or two of its sale. You think there aren't people out there that can buy 2,000 validator nodes from the pre-sale here? It could be done so easily, and maybe that's awesome. Maybe that's a person who is going to have strong hands and who loves this game and who's going to be here for a long time. The person I'm thinking of is an amazing guy and who loves this game, so that would be good. But I'm saying that you don't know who's out there who has deep money and who might be fickle. And so what would it look like if somebody came along and was like, oh, this is a good idea, I'm going to buy 2,000 of them, and I'm not going to activate them. Maybe I'm just going to leave them. Maybe that would be good. Maybe it would be bad. It's just complicated. And I think this is a nuanced conversation, and there's room for debate on both sides. Like, is it good to have the SPS be your sole entrance? Like the voting, that's how Hive works. Is it good to have these validator nodes being sold? Yeah, I think so in some ways. That's all. In some ways, I think it's complicated and it's nuanced. So great question. Leave your IGN next time. Crowths says, we need more 12 and Llama. Yeah, man. Me and Llama, we chat on Discord quite a bit. He's a great guy. He cracks me up. Super smart. Love what he does. Watch his videos. And yes, I would love to have Llama come on, or vice versa, go on his. Yeah, you're right. We got to make that happen. Llama, let's do it, dude. JPH with his goldies. Thank you, my dude. Always commenting with the gold cards. Appreciate you. Even Ian Favel. If I started in January and missed the land release, would it be better to buy a node at base price or 3 to 4 land plots? Land sold for $20 and it's way beyond that at $250, but was $500 when I started. Is there a chance land goes back to $20 before it's revealed? Nodes feel like an opportunity for everyone that wasn't around for the beta and Untamed booms. Okay, so to me there are two questions here. Can land go back down to $20, and are nodes, am I comparing nodes to land in terms of its opportunity for appreciation? Okay, so the first one, the first one's a little easier, but I'm going to try and be quicker with the first one. Can land go back to $20? Wow, I really doubt it. I'm trying to think it through. I'm honestly trying to, you know, set aside any concerns, interest, and think it through. I don't see how that's possible. I think land is close enough now that if it was going to have fallen back that way, it would have. I don't see it. Sorry, guys. Long weekend from Easter. Long. Okay. Is it going to go down? No, man. No, I don't think so. I can't, you know, nobody knows. If some sort of black swan event happened in Splinterlands or in the development of land, that would be, in my mind, that would make it maybe possible. But as far as I'm concerned, there's a 99.99999 carry the 9 likelihood that land continues to be, I don't know what price, but well above $20. And if it falls down much further, I'm personally going to be buying more of it. So I have every vision to buy more land. I sold some land. I will be buying more of it. And this is an opportunity as I see it. When you move into a position like land, try to think of it like that. If you bought some at 500, understand that 250 is not a bad thing. It's a new opportunity. That's how the best investors in the world operate. You decide what you like, what you believe in, and you think that through. You don't just do it because it seems cool. You do, and I'm sure you thought land through. So why did you decide that land at 500 was a good deal? Why did you decide? What were your reasons? Go back and look at your premises. Analyze them thoroughly. Decide, look at new information and push it against. Use it to like challenge your premise. And if at the end of that process you end up deciding, no, I stand by my thought, land is valuable, land is meaningful, land will go up in value over a long time. It's going to create a revenue generating opportunity for me. I want land. Then I think you're going to, after that process, you might find, and I think you will find, that, okay, land was a deal at 500, land is a deal at 250. Maybe I could get another plot. That would be the thought, not is it going to keep going down? Should I sell? Because that talk is actually the exact wrong investment strategy. Because what you're saying is now that it's gone low, you're curious about selling because it might go lower. And when it was 500, you were curious about buying it because it was high and it might go higher. That's the dude. You're gonna get rolled. You gotta think that through when you're buying and selling. You don't sell. Why did you buy it? Think it through now. Like literally today, think it through. Why did you buy it? And decide if you're on firm ground. Do you believe that this game is going well? Do you believe that development is heading in a great trajectory? Do you think land will come out? Do you believe that land, based on the faithfulness that you have in the confidence that you have in the development team, do you think that their plans for land will come to fruition? Those are all discussions you have to have with yourself. But when you go through that process, you will have answers for your question, which is your ultimate question here. You're not really asking, will land go to 20? You're kind of asking, do I need, like, is land still is this still a fine hold on the one thing? Because you feel in your mind it could go down. That's the first question. Think that through and start to analyze how your emotions are being affected by the price changes. As land goes back up, watch yourself. You might start saying to yourself, oh, it's going up again. I need to buy more. That's the total wrong answer, man. You buy it when it's low and you sell it when it's high, and you have to think these things through. When you're in this moment of, oh man, it's lost half its value. It's gone from 500 where I bought it to 250. Is it going to go lower? Is natural, but you need to think it through with logic and analyze your premises and give yourself that strength through analysis that's going to allow you to carry forward. Because either that or decide through that process, okay, no, something has changed and I don't like it anymore and I am going to sell it. Then at least is a thoughtful sale, not a emotional, it might go down lower, I'm going to sell. Okay, that was a long answer to that part, but that was an important conversation. And then nodes feel like an opportunity for everyone that wasn't around for the beta and Untamed booms. Yeah, I mean, I agree. That is kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. I do think that land was very scarce and it had pre-sale and there were tranches, and the tranches were significantly, they started at I think $10, then 15, then 20. So those were significant price increases at every tranche. 50 from 10 to 15 is a 50% increase, and so that was a big jump. And these tranches over here on nodes are significant, from 1,000 to 3 or 2,000 to 3,000, 5, 7, and so on. I do think that these nodes will be worth more in the short time, like whether it's a year, 2 years, that's a short time. And I think a $2,000 node is going to be worth, you know, maybe $5, $7, $10,000, maybe double that. I don't really know. I'm just saying, because of how this works, the progression is going to influence prices of the nodes themselves, and there are very, very few. I mean, 60,000 is a lot, I guess, but right, of these ones, there's so few, it's crazy, and of these ones even. So I think this is a great and exciting opportunity, but it's an exciting opportunity from 3 perspectives. 1, you could buy a node. That's exciting. 2, this system, this mechanism is going to influence SPS and voucher pricing. We already discussed that. We won't go back down that road, but that means if you hold nodes, I think you're going to see price appreciation there. In a similar way to what we saw with land. I believe that's true. Second, SPS pricing will be positively impacted by this because of the burning that's occurring, because of the SPS that's landing in the DAO. Those are 2 different value added propositions that come to this SPS specifically as a result of this validator node sale. Vouchers are going to be forced up in value because of the floor that's being instituted by Splinterlands within the buying price of the different tranches. It's not a hard floor, but it's going to influence the sale price on Hive Engine, because no one's going to sell when tranches are taking $10 per voucher. No one's going to sell their voucher over here for $1, or rather, say that a different way. When vouchers are being accepted for $10 over here at Splinterlands, while we're in this tranche, these buyers of those nodes are going to go to Hive Engine and buy the $1 and the $2 and the $3 and the $4 and the $5 and the $6 vouchers, right? You see that? Because they're going to use them for $10. So that's why this becomes a floor. That's a great question, my dude. And I saw that you left your IGN, so let's go over there. There's 2 questions there. They're both good. Babel. There you go, my dude. Okay, how are we doing? What's the timeline here? That's already 28 minutes. Let's do 2 more questions. Short ones. We'll do 3 short ones or 1 long one. I'm going to sidestep it because I don't want to go to Zen. I don't want to continue debating that one topic. But I like that there's ongoing conversation here. Zen Cross, thank you, my dude, for getting in there. It's nice to see back and forth, people building ideas on one another. It's so important. We are a community and we can learn from one another. You don't need me to answer every question. You guys can do it too. That's so awesome. Thank you. Ian Favel, I noticed that Harklaw, it's even again, okay. I noticed that Harklaw and Biljka dropped a bunch in price. It's just 1 or 2, just or 1, 2, 1 or selling many copies. Oh, I see. It's just 1 or 2 people selling many copies. I tried to buy through the floor, but there were too many. Now I'm seeing it's going even lower. I picked up 11 BCX of Harklaw and of Bilka, the current max copies I own. You still think these legendary rewards will go lower than the price? Wow, okay, I'm gonna go buy some if this is how low it is. I've seen this floor tested, but usually they would. Dude, This will for sure. Which of one of these two do you prefer in Diamond? I love Bilka. They're both great, man. They're so good. Noxious Fumes is annoying. Harklaw is great for that. Bilka works really well with Obsidian. I think probably Biljka is the better of the two. I think it's Biljka, isn't it? I might be saying that wrong, but I think I'm saying it right. So which one's better? Quick question. Wow, I'm definitely buying some right now. Okay. They're just totally different. Yeah, Biljka is very good at high levels. The camouflage is amazing. Even at low levels, I love this card. Yeah, I'm going to buy a few of these. I don't have a ton of money, but we can buy a few of those for sure. Go like that. Big credits. Boom. Okay, so I definitely think these are still a great buy. What, 250? That's a great buy too. Ah, man, tough. Look, here's the thing. This is a $53 gold foil. That is a really crazy price. Wow. Okay, there's tons of opportunities in here. And this could be its own video. There is a ton of opportunities in here. Question 1, which is better, Biljka or Harklaw? They're totally different. They use such different purposes. This one's a tank. This one's a magic support damage. This one goes so well with the summoner Obsidian. This one actually does really well with its common summoner too, the chaos summoner, because of the silence that he has. And that's really good because this one doesn't have void. I don't know. I like them both. They're both great. Depends your need. For this price, I think that's definitely a buy. I probably like Oceanus better, even though it's that much more. Wow. These prices will, in my opinion, 100% definitely go up. That's not a promise that you can hold me to, because I don't know. I can't know, but it's like you're asking me for my opinion. My opinion is great, significant confidence. It goes back to the same thing we've talked about 1,000 times. There's only so many copies to begin with. The copies that are available are always going down in supply because we merge them together. And lastly, there is a growing player base. That combination of things means that these cards appreciate. Zalran Efreet was a reward card. These are all reward cards. Spirit Druid was a reward card. These were selling for 80 or 90 cents before. I think this one was about 75 cents if I remember correct. Almo Cambia was always kind of expensive because it's newer. Point is, I have great belief. This was a $1 card. 40 bucks now. The only question really for me would be not which one is better, but I'd like to have a few of each kind of thing. In fact, I do. I have tons of each of them. And then if I could, I'd want these gold foils because that's crazy. That's super, super cheap. Problem is I don't have the liquid assets right now, but these gold foils are really, really interesting to me. Separate conversation for a different video. Now I think we're gonna have to land it there. Ian is the same dude I just sent something to. Thank you for the second question. Okay, there it is. Boom. There's a bit more there, but really that's my answer. I just am not worried. So I'll do you again. 100. Transfer out. Boom. I'm not worried about land going down. I'm not worried about cards going down. I'm not worried about SPS going down. I'm not worried about DC going down. And it's not because I never worry. It's because unlike some of you guys who keep bringing questions like, what if it goes down to X value? And it's like, what if SPS goes down to 4 cents? What if land goes to 20 bucks? What if these cards go down to 5 cents? I'd buy more of them. That's what if. And so So that would be an opportunity. And it's an opportunity because unlike you guys, I need you to hear this. You have to hear this. If you are thinking every time you see these videos, oh, Dwayne's so positive about this stuff, and he doesn't get it, or he's just a permeable. You need to hear this. Your view is too short-sighted. You are looking at it from a perspective of the next 6 weeks, 6 months. And I know that's true because you're watching the price. I also know that's true because you aren't coming to me and saying, here's what you aren't saying. You aren't coming to me with a logical argument about how the utility of the game is broken, or the development is flawed, or the code is broken, some sort of black swan event. You're not bringing anything new to the conversation saying, look, here's why we should all be concerned about investments in Splinterlands. None of you said that. You just said, my thing I'm holding is going down in price and I'm a bit scared. That you didn't say it in those words, but that is what you guys are talking about. And it's not just Ian Favell. I see it increasingly on more of the videos. And this is bear market talk. You guys are already getting ready for the bear market. Your hearts are already getting ready. You're getting concerned about your investments. They were higher and now they're lower. And you're nervous about that. Think that through. Understand the impact of the emotions on your heart and think it through. Has anything changed about the entertainment and the opportunity available within Splinterlands over a long time horizon? And I've always said over 4 or 5 years, haven't I? That's what I view the next bull run will be. And so, has anything about that changed? Think it through for yourself. You need to decide. I can't decide for you. All I'm telling you is I have decided for myself that nothing at all has changed. In fact, things continue every single week to get more built out and more clear, and the trajectory of this game seems to be more certain in a positive light. And so if they do go down, cards, SPS, DC, land, vouchers, if they do go down, if I have any money, it goes in at those moments, because I don't care what happens in 6 days or 6 weeks or 6 months. I'm thinking what's going to be here in 6 years. And I think this game is going to be continuing to grow because it's awesome. And that is an investment that I'm doing based on an understanding and a faith that's grown in the game out of a history of success. Thoroughly analyze that for yourself. It starts with, do you believe this game is fun? Do you believe in the future of it? If it's both fun and has a future, then really this investment opportunity should continue to excite you, even and maybe particularly when prices go down. I hope that makes sense. And I think if you think that through thoroughly, guys, you're going to see why I seem like I'm constantly optimistic about this, because I'm not looking at this from a short period of time where prices have gone down. Land was 500, now it's 250. SPS was 60 cents or whatever, now it's 12 or whatever. I don't care. And that's why. Okay, guys, have an amazing day. God bless.